This guy is Stud Colt. He's got the star on his face. I'm calling him Colt 1, or he's just 1. So today's the first day I've singled him out. We've been going pretty slow with this filly here. I call her B. I've messed with her quite a bit, and I just put her halter out tonight. And then this filly I call Blaze, and she's been super easy. I think she's the one that John said was born first, but she's a smart little whip, and she's been pretty willing. So I had this guy in a smaller pen, and he really wanted to ignore me and, kind of pin his ears, but not really. But I definitely was questioning whether or not he'd kick me. So I opened up this pen a little bit, and so for today, we're just doing the lesson. This guy, I definitely don't want his butt towards me. So for today, we're just doing the lesson, move your butt away from me and face me is the right answer. He doesn't want to be touched yet, so that's fine. I'm not gonna force that on him today. But he wants to not pay attention to me. He's pretty stubborn acting. So he just needs to learn that the right answer is to face me, and I'll leave him alone. So that's where we're starting with him today. Slow. So right here, I'm not gonna even worry about touching him. The right answer is gonna be look to me. Oh, I should give him that. And I'll back away. Good job. And I'll back away because he's facing me. He turns away. I'll go act like I'm gonna pet him again. Give him a chance to decide him to turn towards me and be brave. There you go. Now I would have to, at first, you just kind of want to say he might be a little ornery or a little stubborn, but it's not that. He's just more fearful. He's more worried about what's going to happen to him. So if I do that, I guess my theory is he'll just get brave. He'll think that by looking at me is controlling me and pushing me away. And that's what I want him to do. I want to build his confidence. And let him know that facing me is the right thing to do, not turning his butt towards me. I might go to his shoulder and pet him, still give him the opportunity to look at me. There you go. There. Hi. I'm going to go back in. Now that he ran away from me, I'm going to keep him moving till he faces me. So he knows that running off didn't really get him anything. But facing me was what got him some relief from the pressure and got me to go away. I'll go back in. So touching him was too much. He wasn't ready for that. I'm going to go backwards a little bit. Give him the opportunity to look at me and move me out of his space. Oh, I could have given him that little bit of a look. I get distracted when I'm looking at the phone and looking at him. So I like him to be a little bit braver. Really like him to put his nose on my arm, but I don't know if we'll get that done today. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna give him that. There you go. Good job, mister. Probably come in again. Give him the opportunity. He's backing away, so I'm not gonna release the pressure until he moves his energy towards me. There, a little bit. I need a little bit more, buddy. He's thinking about it. A little bit. Now he's lowering his head, so that's good. He's relaxing. But I'm not going to move my feet until he gives me more of a response. I'm just going to stay at this distance. And he's relaxing about it. So that's good. really love his shoulder to move toward me. Still pretty relaxed. I'm just gonna wait on him. I like that little quiver in his lip. Just gonna wait on him. All these babies. It's just all about not getting in a rush and taking the time they need so you can build their confidence. Like those two that I got the halter on, they already know that turning into me and putting their nose on the halter was the right answer. So before I even actually put the halter on, they were pretty much ready to thread it on their own noses. Just gonna wait on him. It's kind of boring. Oh, now he's really looking in. There is starting to wiggle in his butt a little bit, and his back end is relaxing, and it's pivoting away from me, so that's kind of cool. He's relaxing this hip that's close to me. I like that. And he kind of started bringing that shoulder just so slightly in my direction. Here, his head's pretty much the same. He's got the one ear on me, and oh, that was pretty good. His head coming my way. I'm gonna give him that and take a tiny step back. He's shifting his weight. He's cocking that hip. So I'm gonna give him a little bit more room. I like how relaxed his back end is. Here comes his nose. So close. No, he's shifting his weight again, so he's really thinking about moving. He'd like to be in this corner behind me. He knows that's where the gate is, and that's where his buddies are. So just as much as he's thinking about me, he's thinking about that gate. Look at this little guy. Oh, there, it's coming my way just a little bit more, so I'm going to give him just a baby step again. He's not a wild colt by any means, but he's obviously not tamed down either. Now, he's not looking at me though. He's wondering what his friends are doing. So, he's not got me fooled. I know where his attention's at. I can tell by his ears. He's not looking at me. He's looking at his friends. So, I might take a step sideways and get his attention back on me. Get him wondering what I'm doing. I don't want him too passive. Now his attention's back on me. Good boy. Yeah, now it's away. So I'm going to put a little bit more pressure on him until he gives me his attention back again. More pressure, more pressure. I'm getting close now, so he's thinking about where his escape route is. What can he do? Yeah, he's choosing to look at me a little bit. I just don't want him to mentally hide from me. I like to be striking his curiosity a little bit. There he goes, a little bit. I'm gonna try rolling back this way. See if I can get him to bring his nose around. Maybe he wants to protect his butt, which that's all right. He should turn that butt and protect it. There you go. Hey, you. So now he's thinking about his butt. He just doesn't know if he wants me this close to his butt. See, and you can tell by his little facial expression, he gets kind of pissy about things. I think he's gonna be a little bit of a little bit more stubborn streak to this one. If I get a little bit closer to his butt, and look at that ear. you doing by my butt, lady? There, he's softening up again. Yeah. It's gonna be a long 7 minutes. I don't know, I don't have anywhere to set this camera, but this is, I call him Colt. He's been my hardest nut to crack. So out of this whole group of babies, he's the only one that'll turn his butt to me, and he's never like playing out struck at me, but when he gets a little bit scared or upset, he's the kicker out of the group. So I've got him by himself a couple of times now and not really got my hands on him, kind of like where I was with that Palomino. And just after that one session now, he was great. So it's time for Colt to realize that he needs to face me. So today I'm being kind of passive about it, really. I'm standing close to the gate, so that's where he wants to be anyway. And I'm kind of just gonna prop down here in the corner. And when he looks at me and he's paying attention to me, that's the right thing to do. Turning his butt away from me is the wrong thing to do. Oh, hey, buddy. He's not paying attention to me. I'm going ahead and approach him. Hi. Good job. Oh, you're so close. Good. That's what I would like. Hi. No, there's nothing in that bucket. But remember, I'm here. I must want something. What do I want? That's right. I want your attention. Hi. What does she want? There you go. Good. So now I've given him. He's gonna make noise until he faces me. You're right, that's the right answer. So I'm gonna approach him. Turning away from me is the wrong answer. Facing me is the right answer. Hi, we're gonna be friends, Colt. I'm gonna approach him. And he's way more confident when he's in the crowd of his friends. You would think that he's, there you go. And I'm kind of not gonna retreat from him as much as I was, because I don't want him to think that he's dominating me. I want him to gain some confidence, but I don't want him to get too confident. So I'm not gonna let him move past me either. I'm just gonna control his feet and his attention. What are you gonna do, Colt? What are you gonna do? There, he looked at me. So I feel like doing things this way kind of does a few things. It desensitizes him. He does not get to turn that butt to me. Good boy. So we're kind of desensitizing, and I'm really gonna retreat now because he's really facing me. I'm gonna take the pressure off of him. He's just a baby, and he's understanding the program, but he doesn't really understand why his butt offends me so much. So he doesn't get to have his butt to me. Whenever I'm around, just me and him, he needs to face me. Good boy, Colt. And I do this before I ever come at him with a halter. I'm not strong, and I'm not gonna try to wrestle him down and get him in a halter. Good boy. Hi. I think I'm going to give you a break. He's about to turn away from me. Good boy. I like it, Colt. Good job. Yeah, good. I'm going to give you a break. I'm going to get out of here before you mess it up. Look at this. It was my goal by the end of the week to get a halter on all of them. And I only have Colt and then this other one little filly. I just been calling her A. And she's just kind of a different character too. She's not catching on quite as fast to my turn and face me game as the rest of them did. The rest of them, it took like 2 little 10-minute sessions and they got it good. I only have a little bit of time after work every day, so I just kind of go back and forth between all of them. This one here, he's our fast straight colt. He's the only one that's not a Frenchman's guy. And he's been so easy, but one day, I don't know, I guess he didn't feel like getting his halter on that day. He was sassy. We had to have a little bit of a talking to, but that was just one day. Then I thought I never give a horse treats. I just don't. But I thought today maybe it wouldn't be so bad if I gave these guys a treat after they got their halters on. That might be acceptable. So I've been trying that, but of course they've never eaten a treat before. So I've been offering, but nobody's taken me up on it yet. These two, it's their first day with a halter on. I have done the face me and put my arm around them and put the halter to their nose and let them come in and then release the halter. We've done that quite a few times, but never actually put it on, and neither one of them gave me any bit of a problem. They tried to walk off, you know, or back up a couple of steps like they will when you first bring that halter over their nose, but they both are already understanding what whoa means when I say whoa. And having done those groundwork details before we even tried putting the halter on, it just wasn't a problem. But these babies are looking good. Next week is a full moon cycle, so we want to do those pellet dewormers next week. So it looks like it's A's turn to go get a little attention. And this little filly here, Blaze, I call her, her and the one next to her have had the halter on the most times. The Palomino here, I still have to get in the small pen to get the halter on. She still just wants her butt scratched all the time. I haven't got her quite broke of that, but she is so willing and just wants to be her friend. I got the halter on her without a problem in this big pen. She fully gets all that, but she wouldn't take a treat from me. But they're looking good. I think they've grown quite a bit already. Can't wait to get that dewormer going. Okay, I'm gonna get up my recorder too as we're working on this lesson here. I've got my bucket. I put just a little bit of feed in here. And these guys, I have not gotten on them for that, but nothing irks me worse than a herd of horses that you feel like is gonna run over you because you're holding a bucket. So I am the dominant mare of this herd, and they are not gonna come in range of me and my feed until I say they damn well good and can. Like I say, I haven't worked on this, but I have been feeling more intimidated than I'd like to when I go out and pour their grain. So it's time I worked on it. We're just gonna spend a few minutes, and I don't know, I kind of have an imaginary line on the floor about where that one is. If he comes any closer, I'm gonna act like the lead mare. I'm gonna get him out of my space. Right now, B, that's too close. I didn't say you guys could come in. So I got my phone out just maybe a minute into this little exercise. I was gonna try working on leading them by coaxing with the bucket, but then no, they all wanted to attack me and act like idiots, so we changed that plan. All right, so I'm pretty happy with this. It's only been probably 2 minutes. So I'm gonna move away, I'm gonna make a gesture towards the feed, and I'm gonna tell them they can go in there. But I'm still holding this one bucket and I'm gonna keep holding this bucket. So if any of them come over towards me while I'm holding this bucket, they're gonna get the bucket in the face again. So that's better. Yep. Thought maybe B was gonna come try me in my bucket. Nope. Nope. Well, that's good. I'm glad we took 2 minutes to talk about that lesson.